Bro, that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, I was looking at old buddy, what's his name? I think his name Geno Jennings. He a pastor that be speaking that raw truth. I rocks with him until further notice. But he was calling out Obama because Obama was the one that cleared same-sex marriage, and he was calling out T.D. Jakes for co-signing the same-sex marriage. And when T.D. Jakes was asked about how he felt about supporting that, but the word saying that that's an abomination or whatever, he was like he feel like there's more than one way to get to God. And Geno Jennings was on some stuff like, boy, based on the word, because we Christians, talking about T.D. Jakes and Geno Jennings, they both Christians. So Geno like, boy, since we both Christians, based on the word that we study, boy, it ain't number one way. And that one way is through Jesus Christ. Now, I understand everybody's levels of consciousness and understanding, overstanding, and understanding is different. But for those who know the pure truth about the concept of Jesus, then y'all already know what time it is. The word tell you, Jesus, that it's just us. We make up the body of Christ, because me, you, and everybody else are all sons of God and daughters of God, the Most High, meaning the generator, operator, and destroyer. So if Jesus telling you that the only way to get to our daddy, because really God would be our daddy, since they making it masculine energy above all of us, even though we know it's a divine energy. So it's like mother principle and father principle in divine nature. But regardless, the bottom line is we have to go through Jesus. So in the scriptures, Jesus said, if you can't believe in yourself, then believe in me. That means if you ain't confident enough to believe that you got what it takes to realize, recognize, and accept that you are God as well, then look at what I did. You know what I'm saying? Let me be your example. You know what I'm saying? The way you look up to these rappers and the way you look up to these politicians and all these people who ain't really doing nothing for you, look up to me. Look at what I did. Follow in my footsteps, because I walk in a righteous path. You get what I'm saying? So if you take all the spooky stuff out of it, it's basically telling you that you are a son of God. It's basically saying you are the anointed one too. We have Christ consciousness. That's why the third eye is important, because you see stuff what it is from the one eye. Out of the two eyes, you see double vision. That's what causes us to judge, because we operating from the flesh and not the spirit. So when you tap into the Jesus Christ consciousness, which represents the anointed one, or the God-like one that recognizes true knowledge of self, then you start tapping into that energy, that frequency, and that vibration. So from there, you start realizing that people gonna crucify you the same way they do celebrities in the media, the same way they do me and you in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? When you get you a girl that was once tarnished and you try to make her pure, you're gonna get clowned. People gonna tell you she was a hoe. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You know what I mean? You're gonna be righteous hanging amongst killers and thieves and robbers and backstabbers, and people gonna look up to you and come to you for change, for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? You have to carry your own cross. You got to spend a lot of time to yourself. You got to spend a lot of time talking to your creator. You got to ask for strength. You got to be willing to die for your truth. You got to be willing to stand on what you know and not what you believe. You got to be willing to correct the wrong, and you got to be willing to heal those who are in need, because you have the power and the knowledge, the wisdom and the understanding to perform these healings that some call miracles or magic. Jesus, just us, justice. It all represent balance within self. So that's why it's important, and that's why they say it's only one way. Because the only true way to get to the Most High is to go within. If you don't go within, you will go without.